What did ancient humans actually eat for fun? And what was the very first junk food in history? The answer to this biological mystery explains exactly why you cannot resist a late night snack today.
You are standing in the middle of a supermarket aisle. To your left, there are rows of brightly colored, crinkling bags. To your right, shelves stacked with sugar, chocolate, and salt. You are not hungry. You just ate dinner an hour ago. But your eyes lock on to a specific package. Your mouth waters. A very specific, very powerful urge rises in your chest. You tell yourself you will just have one bite. You buy it, you eat it, and then you feel guilty. You blame your lack of willpower. You think you are weak. But you are not weak. Your brain is not failing you. In fact, it is doing exactly what it was designed to do. When you tear open that bag of chips or take a bite of a donut, you are not making a modern mistake. You are executing an ancient survival program. To understand why you cannot stop eating junk food, you have to look past the supermarket. You have to go back to the environment where your taste buds were built.
200,000 years ago, your ancestors did not have grocery stores. They did not have delivery apps. They lived in a world where calories were the single most valuable currency in existence. The Paleolithic diet was not a trendy lifestyle choice. It was a brutal, exhausting, full-time job. Most of the time, early humans ate tough, fibrous roots. They chewed on leaves. They ate lean, stringy meat that required massive amounts of energy just to digest. Starvation was a shadow that followed them every single day. In this harsh landscape, finding high-calorie food was incredibly rare. But occasionally, an ancient human would stumble upon something magical. They would find the ancient equivalent of junk food. What was the ultimate Paleolithic prize? Sugar and fat. Imagine an early human walking through the dense brush. They hear a specific buzzing sound. They look up and see a beehive hanging from a high branch. Honey was the most energy-dense food available in the ancient world. It is pure, unadulterated glucose. But getting it was a nightmare. Ancient humans did not have protective suits. To get the honey, they had to climb tall, dangerous trees, bare-skinned, while being stung dozens of times by angry bees. It was a terrifying, painful ordeal. But they did it anyway. Some indigenous tribes today still risk their lives climbing 100-foot trees just for a single honeycomb. Why risk death for a snack? Because of what happens in the brain the second that sweet liquid hits the tongue. The human brain consumes 20% of the body's energy. It is a calorie-guzzling engine. When an ancient human tasted sugar, their brain essentially threw a biological parade. It released a massive, overwhelming surge of a neurotransmitter called dopamine. Dopamine is not just the pleasure chemical, it is the learning chemical. It is your brain's way of taking a permanent screenshot of a moment. That massive hit of dopamine screamed at the ancient human, "This is pure energy. This will keep us alive through the winter. Remember exactly where you found this and do whatever it takes to get it again." The same thing happened with fat. When hunters finally took down a large animal, they did not just eat the meat. They went straight for the bone marrow. Bone marrow is pure, rich fat. It is incredibly calorie-dense. Cracking open a bone and eating the marrow triggered the exact same dopamine explosion. Sugar and fat were the ultimate survival hacks. They were the prehistoric junk food. Your nervous system has not had a software update in 200,000 years. Your brain does not know what a supermarket is. It does not know that calories are now cheap, abundant, and available on every street corner. As far as your brain is concerned, you are still walking through the savanna. Every day could be your last. So what happens when you put a Paleolithic brain inside a modern grocery store? It is an evolutionary short circuit. Modern food companies understand your biology better than you do. They employ armies of food scientists who spend billions of dollars engineering products to exploit your ancient survival instincts. They calculate something called the bliss point. The bliss point is the exact mathematical ratio of sugar, salt, and fat that creates the maximum possible dopamine release in the human brain without triggering the sensation of being full. When you eat a modern piece of junk food, you are not just tasting a snack. You are dropping a neurological bomb on a system designed for a world of scarcity. A modern candy bar has more sugar in it than an ancient human might have found in an entire month. When that sugar hits your tongue, your brain does not say, "Oh, we have had enough today." It panics in excitement. It screams, "Jackpot! We found the ultimate beehive. Eat all of it right now before the rival tribe finds it." You are fighting a war against 200,000 years of evolution, and evolution does not lose easily. This is why you can be completely full from a heavy dinner, but still have room for dessert. The part of your brain that controls survival completely overrides the part of your stomach that says it is full. Your biology thinks you are stocking up for a famine that is never going to arrive.
Look at the texture of modern junk food. Things that melt in your mouth, like chocolate, ice cream, or soft pastries, trick your brain into thinking you are consuming pure, pre-digested calories. Your brain loves this. It means it does not have to burn any energy chewing or digesting. It is a biological free lunch. The crunch of a potato chip mimics the satisfying snap of fresh vegetables or roasted insects, but it delivers a payload of pure fat and salt. You are hacking your own sensory system. This explains the collective health crisis of the modern world. You are not surrounded by a lack of discipline. You are surrounded by hyper-palatable foods designed to hijack the paleolithic reward system of billions of people. We have taken the absolute rarest, most valuable treasures of the ancient world and made them cheaper than water. We built a world where the easiest thing to do is exactly what our ancient brains want us to do: consume energy as fast as possible.
So, how do you win a fight against your own DNA? The awareness itself breaks the spell. The next time you find yourself staring at a glowing refrigerator light at midnight, reaching for something you know you do not need, pause. Look at the food in your hand. Realize that the intense, magnetic pull you feel toward it is not a personal failure. It is the echo of an ancient ancestor trying to keep you alive. It is the ghost of the hunter-gatherer, terrified of the coming winter. You cannot delete your biological programming, but you can understand it. You can observe the craving without obeying it. You can remind your nervous system that the hunt is over. You are safe. You are warm. The famine is not coming. The glowing aisle of the supermarket is just an illusion. You do not have to climb the tree. You do not have to fight the bees. You can just put the box down and walk away.